Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Friday, February 14th, 2020. Happy Valentine's Day. My name is Ibrahim Awad, and this is today's market wrap-up. For our first bit of news, Kraft's impaired judgment. Kraft today announced their Q4 results yesterday with their net sales declining 5.1% from the prior year. Their stock dropped 41% since last year, which is extremely bad for Berkshire Hathaway. Feels bad for my man Buffett. In addition to poor earnings, the condiment company announced that they are taking a $666 million impairment charge due to declining values of a few acquired brands such as Maxwell House that will be written down $213 million. This follows the trend of millennials buying private branded items and making educated purchases. First, the second bit of news for today, McClatchy's newspapers filed for bankruptcy. The second largest newspaper group in the US by circulation, McClatchy filed for bankruptcy protection yesterday. They've obtained $50 million in financing and will maintain operations and keep 30 newsrooms open while the bankruptcy process takes over. What tipped the company into bad waters was an acquisition in 2006. Knight Ridder, whose stock fell from $496 to 76 cents. The newspaper industry is dying quickly, and even Buffett sold his newspaper business for $140 million 2 weeks ago. For a third bit of news, the New York Fed is cutting liquidity. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York will cut its liquidity providing repurchase agreements, aka repos, by more than analysts had a forecast of. A sign that officials don't see a repeat of the September blowup. Stocks erased gains after the announcement, which came late into yesterday's US trading session. So let's look at the markets today. When we're looking at the global indices, we see that NASDAQ is up by 0.2%, TSX is up by 0.15%, and the S&P 500 is up by 0.18%. Now let's look at the European markets. The FTSE is down by 0.6%, CAC 40 down by 0.58%, and the DAX is relatively stable. So now looking at the Asian markets, the Hang Seng Index is up 0.31%, S&P ASX is up 0.38%, and the Nikkei is down 0.59%. Now let's move on to currencies. If you look at the Canadian dollar to currencies such as the USD, Euro, or the Japanese yen, there's relatively no change. Now looking at some of the commodities. For oil, West Texas Intermediate is up 0.49% at a price of 51.66. Brent crude oil is up 1.06% at a price of 56.38. Now looking at metals, gold is approximately up 0.46% at 15.78, and copper is at 2.61, up about 0.5%. So that is everything today for the market wrap-up. I hope you enjoy your day and you learned something.